Welcome to Phazon Labs. We are the internet's premier Metroid Futurist podcast, and I am your host, Larry the Bearded Wonder, and joining me this week, as always, is my lab partner, Michael, half-mutilated, experimented, and Phazon-exposed Brown.
Well, I'm glowy now. It's useful.
Uh-huh. Why do you think I cut off your hand and put it on my nightstand as a nightlight?
To give me the arm cannon, like you said? Also, I'm glad you're okay with the fact that my hand automatically formed into a middle finger after you cut it off.
Well, that was expected.
Uh-huh.
The experiment was to see how long it would take to get there.
Instant!
Pretty much. Hypothesis confirmed. So,
walking personification of fuck off.
So, every week, we get together and bang our science rocks together to make you a new Metroid pitch idea. And this week, Michael brings us some goodness to the table. What you got?
Alright. So, like I said, like you did last week, I'm going to let you choose. Do we want whimsical or do we want serious?
Oh, I want to go deep. Let's go serious here.
Okay. And you knew this one was coming from me. It has to, okay?
Uh-huh.
I want a Metroid type game in the vein of Castlevania. Like,
okay.
And I think this would be the perfect opportunity to use the Metroid suit as your primary suit, her not having a choice.
You're hitting awfully close to one that I'm sitting on for a future episode, actually.
Yeah, we'll get to that later. But I'm talking, like as I said, her power is literally, like, after she fucking destroys an enemy, she literally basically just walks through the goo and it absorbs that.
Yes.
And as I said, I think at this point, you can go dark with it. Like, the story has to be something ugly. Because this is the exact opposite of what she's been fighting for years. And now she's hell-bent on both reining it in, but using it as best she can because she doesn't have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you got?
Part of me is skipping straight to the final fight with Dracula to see who can out-drain the other.
Oh my god, yeah. The power bar, you both have literally a power bar. It's a teeter-totter.
Mm-hmm. Oh. I'm not quite sure how the fight will work, but I want that to be a thing, damn it.
Every attack, like, I think almost you would have to use the melee counter.
Mm-hmm.
And every attack drains from them and gives to you, and vice versa.
You could also toy in with the grapple beam that way too.
Oh yeah,
grapple beams. Prime 3 used the grapple beam for energy transfer.
Yeah, kind of like the what was it? The fish fight where you can latch onto the one on the wall and just fuck him up.
Exactly. So, I mean, like I said, Prime 3 took that idea even further because they had an ability that modified your grapple beam where you could, like, use your energy to siphon through the grapple beam to power certain things up or to drain power from certain things.
Ooh, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
When you drain power from stuff, did it power you up?
Yeah.
Nice.
It refilled your health slightly.
Clever.
So, it was really neat. I wish it had gotten used more, but it was a real late game.
Yeah.
So, but no, they did some real clever stuff there. But that's not here. That's there. So
yeah, you would almost need to make it to where the grapple beam now, you can literally grapple onto an enemy and both drain them while you're doing it and drag them around.
Yes.
And that is how the Dracula fight works. That's the main mechanic. Like, you drag his ass off balance, missile him to the face.
Yeah.
Because just imagine the first time he takes a missile to the face and goes, "Oh, what the fuck?"
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time he's been exposed to projectile weapons. We did have firearms in Castlevania over the years.
Yeah, but not like this. Nothing sci-fi.
This is true. This is true. Oh.
And as I said, I love the concept. Like I almost think for story, this is an aftermath part of Dread. So this would take place after Dread, in that she's the Metroid DNA is still there, and she doesn't have much of a choice. She's trying to fight it, but she's losing because it's so powerful.
I think best part at the end, after killing Dracula, one of the Belmonts shows up and takes her out. She's essentially become the new Dracula by killing Dracula. She's now the life-draining evil to be stopped from getting out of hand and killing everyone.
I could see that.
Whole Belmont family teams up to take her down.
Because I was originally thinking that Dracula is such a powerful entity that it sustains the vampire part of her for a while. But I kind of like where you're going with this, and that it almost Castlevania Lords of Shadows, the hero becomes the villain. Reluctantly, very reluctantly.
Oh yeah. More just by happenstance than anything else.
Yeah.
So
she also recognizes the necessity for it, though.
Right.
What if you play through the game jumping back and forth between Samus and a Belmont, trying to get to the same point?
There you go.
Yeah. Like trying to get to the same point, and obviously this is a way in the future Castlevania, which we can
futuristic Castlevania is a neat idea to play with too.
It really is. Like it's never really been done.
No, it hasn't.
Like they've done some pretty cool stuff with the Castlevania universe, but a sci-fi version could be amazing. Or you could almost Vampire Hunter D it, and basically the world has devolved.
Yeah.
It's so far in the future that the world has devolved into something ugly. I want this to be visceral. I want this to be brutal. And I want them to really play up the concept that she hates what she is doing, but can't stop it.
What if your occasional, data rooms, so to speak, essentially put her in touch with Dracula, who's really just coaxing her along this path?
Coaxing how? What do you mean?
Encouraging her to, kill more and more.
Because he thinks because he's Dracula that she'll be a new minion. Not realizing that she could fuck him up.
Yep. Basically, Dracula's the Ravenbeak in this situation.
Yes.
I could see that plot device working well.
And as I said, I like the concept of jumping back and forth between a Belmont to Samus to Belmont to Samus. Like, imagine a Belmont loaded with guns and the whip. The vampire killer.
Oh, I'm imagining it. It makes me happy inside.
Until that was said, I was thinking about this in a 2D platformer, but I almost think if we're gonna go that route, a Devil May Cry style might work better.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That could be
because
fun.
Like the Castlevania series could easily lend itself, if done correctly.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
Yeah, to a Devil May Cry style. Over the top, fast as fuck action.
Castlevania's never had a great track record with 3D, but I don't think it's that it can't be done. I just think that it hasn't been done.
The Lords of Shadow games were good. They didn't feel like a Castlevania is the biggest problem with them.
Yeah.
Like, they tried to make all the Castlevania story beats, but it just still never felt like a Castlevania game. I really did love the story for the Lords of Shadows games, though.
I think that was Mercury Steam, too, actually.
I believe so.
So there's an irony in there. I mean, if you pass this off to Mercury Steam, they've technically, gotten to play with both franchises. You almost couldn't ask for anyone better to put them together.
Right.
So now here's the humdinger, because both series are legendarily known for their music. How do we smash it together?
I think you just nailed it. Smash them together. Like, imagine the hard rock versions of the Metroid type stuff. Like, I think it could be done. I almost think the music, since we're switching characters back and forth, the music should be almost reversed from one another. Samus gets the Castlevania music, whereas the Belmont, whichever Belmont is going at this time, gets the Metroid type.
See, my brain is thinking like gothic style Metroid music.
I could be okay with that too.
Like, you get the whole organs and everything, and I want this. Come to think of it, I'm a little stunned. I've never come across like Metroid Castlevania mashup remixes.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Like, that's got to be a thing somewhere, but I've never seen it in all my years. And now I'm really puzzled.
Another side bit. What if, depending on when she fed most recently, is how powerful her cannon is?
Ooh, that's not a bad thought.
There's two. You got your main power bar, and then there's secondary power bar. Your secondary power bar drains as you fire. So you have the ability to use the death murder beam, but you drain that shit super fast. And if you drain it completely, it starts eating your power.
That's interesting. I'm not opposed to this idea at all.
Yeah. Because that was the major aspect of the Metroid. The Metroid suit was the murder beam. Like, it fucking evaporates everything it touches. So imagine if you have the ability to use this. They'd have to do what they do with Castlevania and basically... Because one thing I always liked about Castlevania is every attack you have to commit to. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, once you hit that button, you're in it until that whole animation cycle's done.
Same thing with your jumps in the original Castlevania games. You couldn't really maneuver once you committed to the jump. They would kind of have to add a little bit of that into Samus's gameplay.
Mm-hmm. I also think it'd be interesting, though, to see the Belmont play a little more
loose,
a little more agile.
Yeah.
More acrobatic prowess.
Again, Devil May Cry style.
Yeah. I could see it. There's definitely ways to do that. That could be a ton of fun. I mean, it'd be kind of neat too if the two of them were, not all the time, but picked up occasional abilities and powers that are native to the opposing series and see how they work into their characters.
Yeah.
So,
like, she gets the secondary weapons, like the boomerang and the daggers.
I don't know, I'm picturing her turning into a bat of some sort.
Oh my god, yes.
No, you know what? She turns into a little larva Metroid to fly.
With bat wings.
Yes!
And for wolf form, she turns into one of the hunter Metroids.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I can see that. That'd be fun.
And like mist form, she kind of turns into almost like the protoplasm.
Yeah. What do we give Belmont to play with out of her arsenal?
Screw attack!
I mean, I could technically see that working with the whip.
You know what? Actually, arm cannon. So, like, the Belmont somehow manages to get an arm cannon and the whip.
The arm cannon uses holy water as ammunition, though.
You know what? No, it uses all the secondary weapons, whichever one you're carrying. So you get different cannons based on those, plus the super attacks, also based on what your secondary weapon is.
It's totally wild and out there, and I'm here for every bit of this. Like, part of me feels like we're reaching for it, but I just don't care. It makes me happy inside.
Oh, this could be a lot of fun.
Uh-huh.
And as I said, I want the story to be dark and brutal and ugly.
There'll be violence and blood everywhere.
Like, violence and blood, but there's a tragic undertone to all of it because she hates what she's doing.
What a miserable pile of secrets is Metroid.
Plus, tiny Metroid with bat wings.
Yes. I'm surprised you're not like sketch doodling that right now.
Shut up.
So what do we call this monstrosity?
I don't know what. Metroidvania.
I'm kind of okay with it, actually.
I honestly, I think it's the way to go.
It's like kind of the ultimate crossover, really. Yeah. Oh God. So the question is, do we give this envelope to Sakamoto or to Iga?
Ooh. Can they work together on this one?
I think we're gonna have to lock them together in a room, Saw style, until it gets made.
All right, I'm gonna turn my camera on for a minute. You gotta see this.
Okay.
How the fuck do I turn my camera on? That one.
I don't know, but real quick though, let's. That is fucking fabulous. That needs to be somebody's goddamn tattoo. I need you to like send me a picture of that so I can post that on our Twitter feed.
All right, I can do that.
It'll be adorable. So, but let's go ahead and wrap then, since we've just created the ultimate Metroidvania, and we'll put a pretty little bow on this. And I think we just need to hit the FedEx Kinkos and make copies and send it to both of them.
Yeah, I think
so I want to say thank you to everybody that tuned in this week. Thank you to my lab partner, Michael. And we'll see you all next week here on Phazon Labs, powered by the World 1-1 Podcast Network. Press start to engage your mind. See you next mission, everybody. Peace!